Alright, guys, today is Sunday, November 20th, and I'm going to kind of do like a recap towards the end of last week and what we're looking for this week. It's going to be a short week, obviously, because of Thanksgiving, but even then, even though this is a short week, we might get some pullback action slightly, and I'm kind of expecting to be a slow week anyway overall. But so the last email I sent out, or the last video I did, I was looking for a short up here. And if I take this tool, this dynamic trend line I use, I drew this out, right? And so we had to support our resistance, and then I ended up going short here. I think at 1.046 or 47. I would have to look at the trade history, but I literally got in a short right here, right at the top. Now, what I was talking about is we had our previous um, supports back here, and then it was going up into this trend line on top of this pivotal level right here. So I had a good feeling that we were going to get a rejection here. So initially, it did make that strong rejection. We had that long wick up top, and then the next day the market continued higher. Now I thought it was actually going to continue above this. So when this candle was pulled back a little bit, I ended up taking profits for about 81 pips, which it's not bad. It's fine. Right now, it's looking like it's pulling back. So I'm not fully sold on a bearish move yet. Even though after this rejection, I would have liked to see a continuation down. But to me, just to play more on the safe side, I decided to just take again like 81 pips and waiting to see what the market's going to do, especially with a slow week like this week, Thanksgiving week. So if we pull back, I might end up taking a long. I'll show you right here from the last trend line that I was talking uh, about 2 weeks ago, so or actually a week and a half ago. Remember this trend line here? We wanted to take this short here, and I did end up taking that short. Got stopped out. The market found support and then rallied up higher up into this trend line. So if we, excuse me, so if we ended up pulling back further, I may look to take a long here where previous resistance would become support, and then maybe try to take it up into this level up here. I'll show you. I'll get into that in a second. But right now, yeah, I'm pretty much flat. I don't really, it's kind of like a gray area for me right now. I'm not really sure if the market wants to continue higher from here, or it wants to pull back and find support, or even maybe break through this and continue lower. That still remains to be seen. So let me just pull this back. So if we get a pullback and find support here, I may take like a half position long up to this next median level up here. And another reason for that, I'll show you quickly on the weekly chart. I kind of like the fact that there's strong support all the way back here from this previous median level, right? We had really strong support, took off, broke through, and I would like to see a continuation higher to maybe short up here. I would prefer to short up here than it doesn't look like a complete move yet. Now, of course, it could be completely wrong, and the market should just roll over from here on out. But if I wanted to pick an optimal level to go short, I would wait till we reach this median level up here that I highlighted in gray, and then look for a shorting opportunity. Now, if I pull up the MACD, again, I want to see divergence before I anticipate a big move happening in the Euro USD. So if we do continue higher, this will probably edge up, and then we take a short up here to make a slightly lower low, and then make a really big rally off of a nice divergence on the MACD on a weekly. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm probably going to stay flat all week. there's not much action going on. Now, if I look at the calendar, we can see if any type of significant economic data we have on Wednesday, and that's literally right before the holidays. So I really don't know how much price action we're gonna get because of this. But going into next week, this really it's packed up with some good economic data. So we'll see what happens there. And let's see, is there anything else I want to look at? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Euro USD kind of looks, like kind of like a no man's land right now. I'm not sure what I want to do in terms of. I'm definitely not going to take any shorts right now. If it continues down lower, that's fine. But I'm not fully sold only because I would have showed you on the weekly. If I can say that maybe there's trend continuation divergence, I can start from up here and say this is a higher high. But in my opinion, that's kind of stretching it. I prefer let's say this is a high, and the next high is a higher high, and the next high for this is a higher low. So, or a lower high, I should say. So that's pretty much what I would look at. So this kind of looks like a stretch. I don't want to force that trade, but yeah, we'll see what happens going forward, and if the market pulls back, I may look to take that long from where I showed you here, right? Because remember, the market found a footing here, found support. So if it pulls back, it may find this as support, and then can ride this up for say 400 pips. So that would be a good opportunity. So we'll see what happens tomorrow or what happens this week. I probably won't make another video and send out a video this week, but for sure I will next week, maybe on Sunday or Monday, and we'll see how the euro responds going into this week. So with that said, hope you have a really great and safe Thanksgiving, and we'll see what happens going forward.